guys, hey, I am going to be showing you guys my updo that I do. I get a lot of questions about this, mostly on TikTok and Instagram whenever I wear it, so I wanted to do a video. Somebody actually asked me if I could do a detailed video, so I'm gonna do a detailed video for you guys. I'm gonna be doing a messier version of this today, and keep in mind I have a side part. Typically I do this on the middle part. This was the first time that I've done it on the side part. I like it better on the middle part to have two pieces of hair falling down versus just one. So your choice, of course. Gonna show you guys first everything that you're gonna need. The Dyson Airwrap for me is just very easy in getting all of my hair up, and then the back hairs and all that. But hair dryer, or you can skip that and just comb your hair out and go in with a straightener. Your choice. You'll see why I use it. And then you need a wand. This one is actually my best friend's wand that I just haven't returned yet. Wax stick. This one is SMTE brand, but whatever hair wax stick you like. And what's this? Hairspray. You need a hairspray and a wax. I'm currently using a Gummy Professional styling wax. I tend to switch my wax because I feel like my hair gets used to it, and then it starts to kind of like get that white flaky thing on your hair. I was using the Kiss one for a little bit. I did love the hole on that, but I kept getting the white thing, which is annoying. Since I've been using this now for maybe 2 months, I have not experienced any of the white thing on your edges. So side note, you need that in a edge brush. Let's talk about this hair specs that I'm wearing. This hair specifically, Hair So Chic. I've been seeing them on Instagram for a long time, and I finally was like, let me just give them a try and see. If you know me, I only use on-the-root hair. What I have on right now is not a sew-in weave, it's a U-part wig that I made myself. Anytime I order hair, I like to make a U-part wig. Pretty much, I do exactly what I would do for a sewing on my head, but I do that on the cap. And I leave a U-part out, which is why it's called a U-part wig. And this is further back. My part, I like a deep part because it makes the hair look more natural if your part goes far back. And I just like the way that lays. Around the edges, the most important thing for this hairstyle, when you're pulling your hair up, you have to make sure the back of your U-part wigs, you have hair all the way to the back. You see that? Like, you want to make sure the back of your wig looks good. And when you are brushing it, I've done this 2 ways. You can, before you start, you can flip the cap inside out and sew a width underneath to help with that blend. Or I've done this enough to just finesse it. So sew it close enough and make sure, not close enough but flat enough, so that when you're pulling your hair up, you're not seeing the cap. That's important. So, and when I sew this on my head, whenever I sew this on my head, I leave hair around my perimeter out. Sorry guys, I know I'm giving a lot of details, but I feel like it's important because people ask. The reason why I do this myself is because I measure my head. So if you are going to do a U-part wig, make sure you're customizing it to your head side. When I buy a wig cap, I'm making sure that the cap isn't too big. So I always sew my cap so that it's smaller in size, because those caps come big, the wig caps. Now that we got that out the way, so for this hair, this is a leave. This is my leave out here. I have leave out in the front, and around the perimeter of my hair I have leave out. These edges, where my edges here are the thinnest, like over here, as over here is fine. Typically this side is my bad side, so I'll show you how to kind of maneuver that. So let's start. The first thing I do is figure out the hairs that I want to leave out, like the obvious pieces that I want to leave out, and I'll leave that out and then try to put my hair up to the top. So typically for this process is where I use the Dyson. I'll turn this on and just brush my hair all the way to the top. the first time I put my hair up, this isn't like the final bun, but I like to put it up so I can perfect the surrounding, the perimeter of my hair. Now that you have this part, I'm gonna get this out the way. This is where I take the wax stick. Whenever I am doing it for a special occasion where I want it to look really slick, I go in with the hot comb. But like on a night like this where I'm just doing it roughly, I'm going to use, and I'm using this as like a brush to lay it down. But the heat from the brush is good with the wax stick. It helps just smooth everything. This works best when your hair has newly been installed. At this point, I'm at the end of my installment. I think I've had this hair in for, this is my second week since I redid it. So like I have to do a little bit more maneuvering around the edges because the longer you have to wait on your new growth, it starts to pull back. So which is why tonight I'm gonna be doing a messy bun, because it will be easier for me to hide this. But when the hair is newer, so for me tonight, in order to hide that, rather than have a tight ponytail, I'm actually going to release it a little bit and then smooth my hair over it. And using a comb helps you make sure you're spreading the hair out where you need it. And then I'm going to spray once I have the hair where I want it, and then while it's wet, I'm gonna go with my iron to keep it in place. Edges. When I first started doing this hair, I would curl my hair while it's down, but I figured now like the easiest thing to do is curl it when it's already up. It's much easier, faster this way. We just grab a piece and then you curl it. If you have the Dyson air wrap, then I would say just curl it with the air wrap. Once you have your pieces curled, if you're gonna curl all of them, for me, like I said, I'm gonna do this messier today. What I do is I take the hair in sections, bend it over, so you can either put your hand under, just bend it like that and pin it. And I use these large the open bobby pins, not the flat ones. I use these open ones. So, and I just do this around. You grab a piece of hair, you bump it, look at it, how you want it. If you need it higher, push it higher, and then you pin. I'll probably pull like a few string out like that. Now that everything is pinned, I'll go back and just like spread the bump. Make sure there's no spaces in between that's showing. At this point, what I do is add more bobby pins, add any like decorative pin, something like this. I'll stick in there to put it in place. And then once I'm done, I spray it. So some more pins to hold it up in place. All of the parts that maybe your hair are sticking out, I will pull longer pieces out of the hair and pin it in that place. That's just what I do to cover it up. I use the hair itself. pull it forward. And then for these pieces where you want to hide any track in the back is where I recommend, whatever color your hair is, if your hair is black, I recommend the flatter pin. Yep, like that, to pin that specific position. I unfortunately only have brown, so I'm gonna use brown because I know how to do this. Now, like I said, tonight I plan on taking all this hair out my face, like pull it up completely. I will do that after, and once I do that, I'll probably just have like a piece of hair like that hanging. So maybe I should do that just to show you both options with the hair pinned up like that. And I'll just use this piece to cover up any imperfections that I want to cover up. And you do this all around. If there's hairs back here that you want to cover, pull more of your hair out. And I just see that long piece, like I'll pull, because I want it to be messy, I'm gonna go around the edges and just around the hair and pull strings out. I'm gonna try in this case to just pull, since the hair is curly, any hair that I pull out I can just wet to add that natural hair texture. Any of my hair that naturally want to fall out can fall out, and I'll just curl it down here since I want it to be messy. And then what I do after I'm done with everything is I'll just take a small mirror and look at the back, turn my head fully in the bathroom mirror, just to make sure if I missed any spaces that I need to go back and fix, I will do so. I don't have the correct color right now, but if you have one of these L'Oreal, if you're prepping for this prior to, I'll say get one of the L'Oreal Magic Rouge cover up. This one is in brown, so I can't use it. And I'll say go in the back and just darken up the areas that your tracks, if you see anything that needs to be covered, I'll say use these. They're great at covering it up. I just don't have it right now. This is how I would do the hair. And then let's just go ahead and set it using the spray. I'm gonna do my makeup and then I'll come back and show you guys the final face. If you guys have any questions that I didn't answer, leave them down below. I'll definitely get back to you. Hopefully this helped you guys out. If you do try it out, tag me on IG, and I'll catch you guys when I catch you. Stay humble, stay fashionable, and bye guys.